All right. Well, we are back at hour two on Saturday. So thank you for coming back. And let's jump back to the presentation. So we covered the trusted service provider and really anyone that is going to call. Uh, yeah, we got a lot of phone numbers as well, which we are really not promoting today. But Sal, there is that one for number that 847. I think that's the best phone number to really use. So when you go to pureexpertz.com, the main number is definitely hidden somewhere. This is the main number. But do you want to do the demo, Sal? I think that might be, call that number and start talking with him with this. That might be a cool demo
Yeah,
right
how
now.
can you do something like this?
Yeah, yeah. So if you want to just grab your phone and call it, or we should have talked about it. Maybe somebody else in that room would like to do that.
The same time, right? That's
Mm,
gonna be crazy.
no, 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 no. Don't do it at the same time. I think I would like you to just call and do the demo. I can do it myself. So let me do it maybe myself. I'll ask them different questions. But so this is the number that we have really set up for the information. Those that have access to my cell phone number, that's still probably the best way to get in hold of us. But this phone number is now fully automated. It's nothing special, but it takes the phone calls, can book appointments, and really specifically talk about how it is working. So I'm calling it right now. I'll put this on a speakerphone. We'll see how that demo is going to work.
Hey, you have reached Pure Experts. This is Olivia. How can I help you today?
Hey, Olivia. So what is the Pure Expertz?
Thanks for asking. I think you might mean Pure Experts. Just to clarify, there isn't a Pure Express here. Pure Experts is all about helping business owners and professionals grow with AI, training, workshops, consulting, and a supportive community. We offer things like boot camps, corporate training, and certifications, plus a media platform with resources and recordings. Right now, our main event is the AI Impact Forum, a 3-day virtual event that just wrapped up today, August 15th. If you're interested in ongoing live sessions or want to book a consultation, I can get you set up. Would you like to share your name and email so I can send you the details?
So if I share my contact information, what are you gonna do with this?
Great question. If you share your name, email, and mobile number, I'll use them just to text and email you the link to our ongoing live sessions or a consultation, whichever you prefer. We don't share your info with anyone outside Pure Experts, and you won't get any spam. It's just so you can easily access what you're interested in. If you ever want to stop hearing from us, just let me know and I'll take care of it right away. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. What about, do you guys do like a outbound calling as well?
Yes, we do make outbound calls from time to time, usually to follow up with people who've shown interest in our events, workshops, or consultations. If you ever want to opt out of those calls, just let me know and I'll make sure you're removed from our call list right away. Otherwise, we keep it respectful and only reach out if there's something relevant for you.
Alrighty, thank you very much. I'll call back, or I got access to the website right now, so thank you.
You're welcome.
It was cool,
If you need anything else, just give us a call.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're actually gonna start talking and you're gonna actually share your information, we'll get your email, we'll get your phone number, so you can get on at least our mailing list. That way, the information will be coming to you at much more timely, because it is timely. We go week by week with our trainings, so I really want to communicate well with those that might be using it and joining us for those workshops during the week. I told that this is a community network, and we do have licensed products. So You run your own community network. That's the community in a box that I'll fully explain today. So your employees, your people, your relationships, your solutions operating under the standards of that block by block AI Safety and Security Alliance, which exists and everything is fully developed, and we have those solutions, so we can pass on those solutions to you very, very easily. And I mentioned simple license. This is not a franchise, even though I probably give you almost the same amount of solutions and setups as you are buying a franchise from other business. This is just a license, and I do it very, very specifically. So I am not doing a franchise. So a franchise sells you a system and territory, right? Disclosure documents, fee structures, exclusive zones, a lot of rule books and everything, right? Plus, the franchises are very, very regulated, especially in Illinois. What I did, I just extend you a simple license. So you get access to the room, but you are building your own community, leveraging our systems and solutions, and as quickly as possible. We really want to give you those solutions, and that's why I started talking. Yes, there needs to be some hardware piece in your location, or just have a laptop that you can move around with, and you are in a business. So that is something that was not really available just a few months ago, but now we can walk almost everybody that has a simple baseline information to really deploy that. We do that in 30 days, right? So you always talk either with me or with our virtual assistants. Please understand that if you want, we can really give you those type of solutions, like a phone answering. We can do whatever you can think of on your website. For example, next time I'll just do the demo of like the orbs that are on a website that serve the same thing as you basically calling the phone number. So that's might be simple and a fun way for other businesses to engage with their clients, and that's what we are happy to install for you as well. So we do not do exclusive territories. We do not lock you to the location. However, please think this way: the businesses that you are creating, well, they are probably much more local than national and global at the beginning. So if you are operating a construction business or any services for the homeowners, let me know what's your preferred zip code, because otherwise it's not gonna work within the system. And I'm just looking for to provide the solutions for the homeowners as well as businesses that are in some specific location. It's so much easier that way, but that's why I do operate right now a B mastermind, which is the overreaching mastermind. But we're starting to develop masterminds for the specific villages, specific cities. We got Glenview mastermind, and I think Des Plaines mastermind will be up in about 4 weeks as well, because we just need to redeploy it under the current structures. So imagine you are not buying software, you're just joining a standard. I am not selling SaaS software. We provide solutions. So it's so different from the franchise, but with the franchise, you buy the manual, login, you go through their training. Yes, we'll provide you with the training, but you really don't need to be a franchise, depending on what you're doing, right? Depending on what your license is, what your specialization is, and what you want to be accomplishing, we can help you from that perspective on a schedule, as well as strategy sessions that are included with everything that we are doing. So I mentioned how this works, but the step one is the simple point of entry academy. I just want you to learn it properly with the workshops and cohorts. It's very structured, not a video you never finish. It's really a great methodologies to ensure that we help you from one perspective, another perspective, and we kind of increase and create a growth for the business or self-proprietor. And then the next step is thinking about the incubator. So build your own thing. We help you. Your own systems are operating this, right? You can do it at your own pace. Accelerator is specifically designed to provide growth, and operators that already have the scaffolding, started building, started getting leads. Maybe you just need slightly different solutions and redirect a few projects. We can definitely work on that. But most people start with a simple $27 subscription. You can decide later. It's as simple. I'm trying to make it the least amount of complications, and you still need to understand that you are doing the work when you're coming to the workshops and certification programs. Yes, I can sell you other products, other solutions. I still would like to talk with the business owners and everybody that is coming to the ecosystem, because I want to make sure that you understand that there's more and more for those that are joining. So now I'm gonna just switch completely, and I will start talking about the passion project. So this is the Abundance Health Systems Hubs, and I am currently going to tell you about one setup that I did, and now it's I ended up living it, and that's why the ecosystem is designed to be very, very supportive. So last 2 years I've been a primary caregiver for my mother, who has got quite a lot conditions, but it was a need. So at this point she spent last, I think, 3 weeks in a rehab place, and coming back just had the delivery of the hospital bed over here as well. And it's different care, but I just trying to resolve the problems. So when parents are isolated, and lost in a technology, I want to encourage children or younger generations, especially if you want to help them. This is going to be as easy as possible to make sure that there is a connection with your loved ones, and we can connect you with other associations, with other support groups, just to make sure that you start talking, reaching out. And the most important aspect of this is to start creating memory care segments. So I'll mention about that. And that's why I do have that AI Family Resilience program, because this is about the household, right? It's not a facility, but it can be, multi-generational on purpose, where you have parents, kids, and their grandkids also living in a one place. And now some people do it on purpose. For me, this is called co-living, and that's why I and that's why I like that name, and I like it so much that starting on I think on Wednesday, I'm gonna have my ads and everything running. It's gonna be rebranded to the Co-Living Guy. There's a web pages that will be coming. So there's a colivingguy.fun and a few others. But it is about having those conversations with caregivers and and elderlies as well, if they need that type of help. So what we supply education and technology. Technology that, well, yes, you're going to have to purchase some equipment or some solutions. And I will walk you through proper setup of this for your household or for the loved ones. So no appointments are missed. So everything is coordinated, since we are not doing anything clinical, right? So I don't do diagnostics. I don't do the treatments. I don't do medical service of any kind. We are strictly education and technology. The care stays with the family and other professionals. So if you're already working with the home care agency, well, we can maybe also upscale and upskill that household, even if you are working with another agency. As I mentioned, the purpose of me doing evaluations and having conversations with the homeowners is not to do the diagnostic. It's to resolve problems. It's to build the solutions that would help that household. And I'm specifically focusing on a parents that have been living with some kind of disability or dementia, and it is specifically built to support the caregivers at the most, right? Since I have been a physical therapist, I do understand what is needed in a household to make it a livable and safe place for your loved ones. So this is a caregiver hub. So this is open right now. I'm looking for caregivers. I'm looking for the caregivers that actually would like to explore and opportunities with doing it virtually. Those that are caregivers in a Chicagoland area, I'm not gonna necessarily say the city where it is, but actually north suburbs. So this is not a problem. But if you go to that page, a pro/caregiver, actually I'm gonna go there. So what I'm doing right now, I figure out, so I have been a scheduler at some of the organizations that so I've been a scheduler for the security agency, and then doing the schedules for some scheduling for the machines. Yeah, it helps me to see it from that perspective and create the custom solutions. So what I did, I broken down the week to the segments. I really don't need somebody that is gonna be a live-in caregiver here. I would rather work with the specific shifts for the individuals, and we really trying to do it that we do have a coverage in the evening. I can take care of everything in the morning. That's not a problem. But really, who I'm looking for in a location, it's only that evening between 4 and 8 p.m. That is somebody that's gonna be coming in. Otherwise, all those shifts, especially the night shift, is done through the virtual connection and a virtual portal. And you're really gonna get a lot of training of what the job is. So we'll actually talk about it during the quick discovery calls. You can please email that support Pure Expertz support at pureexpertz.com. That is really the best email for everything that we are doing, and you can ask specific questions about this opportunity. I'm talking about this as an opportunity because I know that there's about 1/3 of the families in the United States is in a similar situation. So meaning that you chose to take care of your parent, or well, there's a need that you are a caregiver. So if you are that caregiver and you are doing something nice for your parents, I hope that you are not feeling stuck and without the resources. Please connect with us. That's why we're doing the virtual sessions. That's why we are doing this at the different times. And we're trying to build that really powerful support system. And I'll be happy to converse with any family that is on that kind of decision making brink. That the loved one maybe we need to actually needs to go to the rehab or to the facility. And yes, there are facilities that provide great care. I can actually connect you with 2 or 3 people that would even spend more time with you, give you those resources, so you're not guessing. So you want to talk with somebody that can help you from that perspective. But so it's a path for me, right? The virtual caregivers, I'm really looking for people that are smart. They want to have the connection with the proper network, but they want to start thinking about, yes, I'm gonna be probably taking care of my mom or dad for the next few months. Well, let's set it up the best for myself, for her, for him, and for the whole family. So that requires conversations within the family members and the coordination. So that's why it is all set up this way. And I said, so I did about, combine about 20 years as a caregiver and a PT throughout my life. And yeah, I have seen a lot of different cases, and I know the patterns to ensure that this is set up correctly. Within this, we're still gonna be talking about what it is. Since I do have that knowledge, I am setting up like a AI doctor for that patient. This is not what we're gonna offer for others, unless we're gonna have a clear disclosures, clear strategies, and frankly, the setups of the AI doctor, I am gonna actually connect with other home care agencies, so that deployment is much smoother, because that is a solution that again, very few people offer, and we do. So AI scheduler, and then connection. Connection is done through the virtual platform as well. However, what's the most important, and you can imagine, caregiving and then security guy who was deploying security systems in the organizations. Well, I can figure out the active monitoring, because right now, that's the biggest opportunity, right? For the next probably 2 months, I'm still gonna be doing the full human overlooking, because well, I need to train the models. I need to make sure that they recognize everything correctly. Plus, there are some specific asks that I have for custom items for the specific patients. So emergency protocol engine, and that's the most fun that I had. You got SOPs, you got access to everything. So if you see some behavior that you do not recognize, or the patient is not responsive, well, we got the whole triage and a simple way of reaching out to somebody that is in a next room, or making sure that there is always somebody present in those households, depending on a health and conditions of the individual. And also on that page, I also share that Zoom page, because it's the same redirect, so you can ask questions. Just tell me right away, hey Andy, I'm here for the caregiving lessons, because this is the situation, and we'll start working. But I still probably gonna encourage you to take that AI family resilience program for the 4 weeks, and the path. So I started talking about this yesterday, but independent consultant path is something that is completely different, but we are not gonna cover that today. What is the proof of concept, right? You can replicate this, and you can copy this for your loved ones, and that's what I strongly encourage anyone to be doing. And let's go back. I'm hiring virtual caregivers, and I'm hiring the caregivers that want to work shift between 4 and 8. And you know what? I'm actually gonna add the morning shift as well. So between 8 a.m. to about noon, there's another 4-hour shift that I know will be covering. So if you are not actual caregiver, not the virtual one, reach out through the same web page, and we'll start connecting. And yes, let's do the quick discovery or interview. We can do it on a Zoom, or if you just would like to come in and see the patient and have a conversation as well, please let me know, and I'll be happy to talk with you. So this is okay. So we went through that caregiver and virtual caregiver hub. That is really a simple way for families to think about leveraging AI. And again, that's why the caregiving aspect is important. And I'll talk more with the home care agency owners. So I think that's why I'm going caregivers. I know that I need my own caregivers and virtual caregivers. However, I think that biggest opportunity is to upscale and provide the training inside of the home care agencies, so you can resolve problems quicker, make sure that your employees are fully trained, because with the training from the CAPS, we can use those frameworks to also improve camaraderie in your agency, and to make sure that every caregiver is protected and the patients are protected as well. So I mentioned that this is equipment based, and we have quite a few solutions, and I can point you out to the software solutions that you might want to use. You see that on every posts everywhere, gazillions of them. You need to be kind of precise of where you want to start and how you want to go with this. So the problem is, set it up, but this is where people quit. And most programs hand you a login and wish you good luck. The households that need the most help, I am building this on a specific hardware. So we do have a full leasing program for the equipment. So any type of computer that you might need, I do have them packaged specifically because it's easier. We can do a lease and a setup from that perspective. And I'm at this point, and probably until the end of this year, trying to stay and work exclusively on Macintosh computers. It's just, if somebody was working between Macintosh and the Windows, very, very similar, but yet different. I do like both, and there's nothing wrong with any. But for the leasing, right now we are doing Macintosh, because that hardware is can get you through a little bit longer time. We're planning this to set it up always for like 3 to 5 years, right? So when you're investing, you're buying equipment, think only about 3 to 5 years that equipment will be in 5 years. Those computers are still going to be working. Are they going to be performing, or is it going to be even need for them to be performing? We'll figure that out, and we'll see that how the technology is changing. And I mentioned it is changing rapidly. So Windows is fine, but I do not support Windows right now through the equipment lease or any packages. But if you do have already a computer, let me know what it is. I got some minimum standards that I'm just not going to recommend you building the solutions on that computer. If I don't know what it is, or because it's just I would be giving you wrong information, which I never want to do. And then give me 1 second. Yeah, this is important. So we're changing a little bit the path from the caregiving to now other businesses that that we operate on, and they're part of this whole ecosystem. So same systems, different doors, and that's another opportunity for the property managers, for anybody that is does have those 3, 5, 10 plus doors. Well, I really wanted to talk with you about the solutions that that we have for the homeowners and property managers, the operations, the communication, the follow-up, the stuff that that gets missed in those organizations. Well, we can really help you fix it in a very simple way. Another business that is a super small business, but I'm actually gonna be growing it to also provide the solutions with the computerized nodes that are really growing those businesses for other homeowners, right? So grow with microgreens. It's a simple production and distribution, and as well as education business, because we have real production, real customers. We do deliveries, and we do deliveries to the restaurants as well that would like to use our product inside of their organization. And for that, well, we help you with your marketing, with your programs as a restaurant. And if there are any restaurant owners that would like to actually grow and purchase our growing systems, so we can install that in your restaurant, and you can have fresh microgreens every day. That is another way to work with us. But as a restaurant business owner, you need to make those decisions. What is the best way to bring a healthy product to your customers? And okay, so the work that is not about the businesses, I mentioned there is a big mission, and there is a need for that. So that's why I'm pairing that AI family resilience, providing strategies, information, and really education, and then merging it with those that are caregivers. So you can think about this maybe in the future as a business that you are passionate about. So you can help other families, other individuals. For me, the concentration becomes by the projects that that we'll be taking on, especially within the co-living aspect. So acquisitions of different properties that can be retrofitted to those co-living standards. That is the end goal from that perspective, to ensure that it is staying. It's always going to be updated, and that's how we want to share it with other families and with other individuals that are coming for the solutions, conversations, and camaraderie as well. And I mentioned day one about that block by block alliance, but this is such an important document for this ecosystem that I'm really asking, please read it, please understand it. It takes just a few minutes. It's a simple acknowledgement. And I see that I don't have a QR code, so the QR code will be going back to this page as well, but it's a blockbyblockalliance.com, blockbyblockalliance.com. All right, let's see. We got about 15 minutes before we're gonna take another break, and we're gonna connect with our speakers, and it is a few more minutes. So let's talk about what prompted me to really get moving and get set up the Pure Expertz, and all other organizations that work hand in hand within this ecosystem. So we've been taught that the work-life balance is important. For me, I'm looking at this. You can get to the work-life integration, not a balance. So for me, the balance, it says work and life are opposites, and you should trade one for the other. I don't think so. I think 20 years in, I have never seen that work for an owner. So that is the mindset shift that makes a difference. You really need to think about your work as your work, especially if you are getting into that ownership level, or I mentioned investments. What is the integration? Build the business so it runs while you are living, right? That's what the systems are for. That's how you can buy back some of your time and compound, do few things at the same time. Make sure that you are not only thinking about one income stream, but think about multiple income streams for yourself and your family. So we test it. That's why I always say small groups, real destinations, because we do wellness travel as well. So we'll talk about this in a moment. So 2 hours of work a day from that perspective for the groups, for the connections. And that's why we are going to be providing the opportunities for about 20, 25 hours of connection during the week, specifically so we can resolve the problem, so we can help you move forward and answer the questions that you might have, or really serve you from the perspective of not giving you wrong information, because we always start with those guardrails and policies and the setup, so we can always get on the strategy session as quickly as possible. I mentioned about 2 trips that I'm doing, small groups. It's work kept at 2 hours a day, and that's why I'm trying to build it for the small business owners or anyone that can travel, right? If you have a business and you would like to automate it right now, if you're gonna join our programs, if you're gonna join our cohort, like a 3-month program, I cannot guarantee anything, right? I cannot tell you, oh yeah, your business is gonna be set so you can travel to Philippines and you'll be able to do it remotely. Well, I don't know your situation. I don't know how smart you are, how long you've been leveraging those systems, or what is your expectations, how it can be deployed. So those are separate, those are optional. We are starting to take small deposits for those trips, and really so I'm not gonna be presenting it today. I'm gonna start really doing promotional videos and presentations for the Philippines and Thailand. Thailand is in 2027, so this is a cohesive practice and quite purposeful from that perspective. If you want to connect with me, you can connect on a trips, or if you are local to Chicagoland, we do attend quite a few business networking events, and we create workshops. So I know that I will be doing a workshop at this. This is the, I think, Accelerator Business Summit that takes place October 16th to 17th, and it's another business networking group, but since Martha had her birthday, happy birthday, Martha, I was not able to bring her to this conversation today, actually, because that was the plan. But we got, I think I got a purposeful conversation with Martha within the next 2 weeks. So we'll set it up as a session actually on Thursday in 2 weeks. will make those announcements. So it will be Martha and me. Martha is well, mathematician entrepreneur, and I like her mindset because she's always looking at the numbers first, and then well, pieces everything together from that perspective. So looking forward to that conversation in the next 2 weeks. And I am thinking this is almost it. Yes. So this is just a reminder. This is the easiest way to get on our Zoom sessions and to see the schedule. And I am just gonna leave this page on